Alrighty, people, it is that time of the year. No more mock drafts. This is the real deal. Real
Right
money
here, right
league, real prize up for grabs with our followers. We appreciate you guys. This is a obviously no longer a mock draft season. Anybody who is in a league with us, they are a yearly Mother Flocker member with the promo code LAND. So if you guys want a chance to get into leagues next year, that is how you do it. We only pull from people who support us on the Flock Fantasy site for our leagues. But we see you guys in the chat. Mr. Green, Vikes, Cole, Gator, Sunraker, Macy with the countdown. Andrew's here. Jeremy's here. Sean is here saying thanks for helping him with the 14-team league. So it is great to have you guys with us. We are about to get to a real draft with the Bravo League. We got a like goal today of 100 likes. With your help, I think we can get there. You know, there are a lot of channels out there, I assume, who are showing you real drafts, but we are giving you an insight to our leagues. We're giving you an insight to how we draft when it actually matters. So be a friend and hit that like button. And an update on our goal, which is right here, okay? We are now under 700 subscribers away from 20K.
Hey, we appreciate you guys.
Absolutely mental. We appreciate
huge love.
Big time. All right, let's get to the draft here. Heads up, this is a 12-man super flex league, all right, and it's a start 10 with a tight end premium. This is you gotta put your big boy pants on for this one. 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, 3 flex spots, and a super flex. And there is a tight end premium here. So let's
say my mic is off, by the way.
Mine.
Hello.
Mic is off.
My mic is echoing.
Yes. Okay, I know why. All right, should be good now.
Okay. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for that.
Yes, 12-man Superflex PPR start 10, big old league, and we're excited to bring it for you here today. I am drafting at the 3 spot, Badaki at the 9 spot. So let's get this thing going. Big shout out to Tebow, Raw Dog, Sean, Ravager, Cole, Travesty, D Taunt, the Professor back in 82, and Jesus, who is our reigning champion. Big shout out to you guys.
Why he's at the 112. Shout out to Jesus.
Yeah, it was random, but the fantasy gods knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
But we appreciate you guys. Let's get this thing rolling in 3, 2, 1. Hey, a little thing we should all be on the same page about, by the way. The only thing we ask you is, we're going to show you these real drafts, but the only thing we ask you is please, please, please do not be that guy in the chat who's like, why is this player still available? Why is this guy still on the board? Wait, how has no one drafted this? This is crazy, all right? Think about it from your perspective. If you were in a real draft with your friends and there was a guy in the room who kept screaming out, why isn't this guy available? Or why is this guy still on the board? Why has no one drafted this guy? No one likes that guy in a real draft. Don't be that guy in the live stream, please.
Please.
It just ruins the vibes, okay? And it is code cinnamon. That's true. It is code cinnamon.
Take your time, Tebow. You had a long time to do it. Take your time.
What's up, Blue? Welcome in. Not really a baseball fan in general, but I'd support the Royals if I supported anyone.
What's up, Blue?
Sparrow? What's up, Andrea? Trent, Double L is in the building. Rivers is in the building. Sunraker, well, you can technically support multiple creators because of the store that we have. The store allows you to purchase a team review from us or a question from us if you use a different code. What's up, Akshay, Styles, Double L, Trent is in the building. Why is Marlon Mack on the board? So good to see. Crooked Commish says, as long as Tebow goes in the first round, we're good to go. All right. Yeah. Josh Allen.
It is super flex, by the way. Keep that in mind.
It is super flex. So Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts do go off the board here. And I got a chance to take a quarterback here if I like. And I think I do like. So I am going to go ahead and draft Patrick Mahomes here. Super flex league. I do want to get one of those top quarterbacks if I
got Patrick Mahomes at the 104 at the 104 in our Charlie league, which was a couple of days ago now.
Yeah, that was great value. Waffle Houser with the donation. He says, can't stay, but Zach just wanted to say content's been next level the last few weeks, and you smashed the Flock League draft. Appreciate you, man. Notice he didn't say Badaki smashed the Flock League draft, by the way.
I think I smashed it, but each their own.
I'm joking.
People liked it on Twitter.
It was fun. It was fun to be a part of. The comments are hilarious on that video.
On Twitter, it's kind of yeah, and on the video it's hilarious as well.
Just it's kind of like this cesspool of just people who are like I don't know. I won't go any further.
The video almost has 100,000.
Yeah,
views,
which is
crazy.
insane.
78,000 views so far in 2 days. It's kind of
Blue
crazy.
said, Zach, did you actually trade Ayuk for Eckler and Scary Terry? No, I don't know why people thought I did. Because he said it was a trade offer. I don't know why people thought I made that trade. Let me see if I can find it.
No, because I think Mason tweeted it out.
No, he did.
Mason tweeted out saying
offer.
like the first. Is it trade
he said
offer?
My first trade offer, not my first
okay.
completed trade, as in the first trade he sent out. I don't know why people thought I accepted that.
Yeah. Fair.
But yeah, it's been a lot of fun being in that league. All right, so we get 4 quarterbacks off the board with Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. We also see CMC and CeeDee Lamb come off the board. There goes Tyreek Hill. You might be left with a little surprise here. We'll see.
I just might here. Oh boy.
Sunraker says everyone smashed the draft and didn't smash the basketball part.
Honestly.
Yes.
Honestly, that was just like, it was just so hot.
Dude, that's what a lot of people don't understand. It was like 109 degrees that day. And it was in the middle of like the prime time heat as well. And I haven't worked out in a long time, so that was probably obvious to see. That was a lot. Like by the time it was me and one developer left, I was gassed. I had nothing left to give. I had given my all.
Yeah.
At that point.
Same. It was, I mean, I didn't give my all. I got out pretty early. But like, I was just standing there and I'm sweat. Like you go to Texas and you stand outside and you are instant sweat. I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. Doesn't stop.
No. D turns on the clock here. Let's see. So we got CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek Hill.
What up, Jesus? Welcome in. Roman says, hook him.
Hook 'em horns.
Jamar Chase comes off the board. What are you thinking here, brother?
I know where I'm going to go here. And let me just triple check.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been off. I'll take Amon-Ra St. Brown right here.
Okay, Amon-Ra St. Brown is the pick. Next year,
this is perfect for Professor.
Oh my gosh, that would be rough.
We thought about doing like a. What's funny is that we thought about doing like these like athletic events, but we said, oh, it's just too hot to do that, and then we actually did something outside that was athletic anyway. So it's like we might as well have just done the whole thing. Like we had like a golf area, we had a bowling area. We had obviously the basketball. We had a tennis court. Like it was the whole thing. Justin Jefferson at the 110 there for the Professor just makes sense because he has the icon for Justin Jefferson. So he's locking that up right there. So a huge run of wide receivers there. Now back in 82 is on the clock here at the 111. Maybe he was hoping for one of these wide receivers to fall to him. Let's see what happens here. Hook 'em. Sunraker said, I live in Dallas, so I understand for sure it was hot that week. Yo, incredibly hot.
Yeah.
We'll be driving, and it will be 100 and something. Like, we'll be driving, and then the car will be like 110, 115. That's crazy next level.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy, pretty mental.
Gator fan, I was tempted to go. You would have taken Lamar over Josh Allen. Gator fan, I think.
I low-key wanted Hurts for sure. I low-key wanted Hurts to fall to me. I thought this would be cool. Everyone knows I like the Chiefs. It'd be nice if someone took Mahomes out of spite and then I had Hurts available to me. As Anthony Richardson comes off the board, Marvin Harrison. That was quick. Marvin and Kyler stack
Kyler Murray
to start.
Okay.
Wow. All right. I mean, it's fun to think about. I don't know if it's the right move, but it is fun to think about. I will give
It
you
is
that.
one. I mean, Jesus must know something we don't. There
Hey,
goes CJ Stroud there.
yeah, these quarterbacks are coming off the board now. Kyler, CJ, gone. Anthony Richardson, I got to find him in my rankings, gone. Yeah, I mean that's a fun start. I just don't know. Like, well, look, he's the reigning champion. He can do whatever he wants. All right.
So Anthony Richardson goes in the first there. There goes Brees Hall,
He
which
says
makes
I'm going to 2P.
oh man.
Oh man. Oh man, not again.
Yeah, I mean this is easy pick here.
All right. He goes
Take Bijan Robinson.
Bijan Robinson here off the board. So back in 82, starting with 2 quarterbacks. Jesus starting with Kyler and Marvin Stack. We've got Professor and Badaki both not opting to go quarterback in the first 2 rounds. Alternate strategy
Yeah,
here
Bijan
from them.
4 is kind of wild. I mean, let me see where he went in the Charlie redraft league. He went at the 112. So, he falls 4 to 5 spots ish there. So,
Sure.
4 spots, excuse me, in this draft.
Sean says, pretty sure Field Yates hurt himself doing some athletic competition for the ESPN draft. Y'all made the right call keeping it to basketball. Yeah, and we also needed something that was like efficient time-wise. We needed something that was like, all right, in the span of 15 minutes, we needed to decide the draft order. And it was funny because a bunch of these dudes were trying to come up with like different like, let's do a ping pong tournament. It's like, guys, that would take like 7 hours.
And you know what's funny? Like if I'm not mistaken, the knockout. I mean, Thomas did it pretty well, and it went by pretty fast.
Yeah.
So Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow stacked there for deterrent.
Yeah, I like it. There goes
Okay.
A.J. Brown off the board as well. I think the apple's rotten right to the core.
This guy's on TikTok.
Is that song on TikTok?
1,000%. You know it.
Okay. If you say so, brother. Tyreek Hill, A.J. Brown to start here at the 107. And now Cole's on the clock here. CeeDee Lamb was the first pick. Everyone's playing chicken right now. That's how I view it. Everyone's playing chicken. Are you going to blink first? I don't know. Are you going to blink first?
I don't know. Who knows? Got the disco.
Trent says, never watched a Superflex redraft. This is interesting to see the board. But Daniel Macy loves your start.
Appreciate it.
Goku, we can't really, because this is a real draft, we can't really talk about players that are not drafted yet or players that are impacted by conversations that aren't drafted yet. You know, keep in mind, real draft, it's hard to keep it fair for everyone drafting, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. We can definitely answer that question most likely tomorrow or the next day, maybe.
Or even just
It goes
later
Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, true. Once these players are off the board. So Jonathan Taylor off the board here at the 2-7. Ravager with the start here with Lamar Jackson at the 105.
I think the apple's rotten right to the car.
Dak Prescott
damn
there.
it.
So 2 quarterbacks.
Dak Mahomes. Good start.
Sean
Ravager.
from New Zealand here. Shout out to Sean from New Zealand, OG supporter. A lot of OG supporters here with back in 82. Jesus, Sean from New Zealand. I think Ravager, Tebow, Raw Dog. I mean, a lot of these guys are OG supporters. Deterrent has been here for a long time. I mean, I think all these guys, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Cole is a guy that we came in because
Ravager, Travesty as well. I think they both won the spots this year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So we appreciate you guys, but shout out to all these OGs. Now you're on the clock. CMC, Jahmyr Gibbs off the board. Maybe you were hoping for Jahmyr Gibbs to fall, but he goes really quick there with Garrett Wilson. No hesitation there.
Yeah, no, we're ready. I stay ready. I need y'all to stay up with me. All right. We're changing it to 15-second clock right after this round. I'm joking.
Oh gosh.
I'm joking.
No,
I'm just joking.
Here. Be careful.
I mean, I have Garrett ranked ahead of Marvin Harrison, so I feel fine.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he fell that far is pretty incredible. I'm going to compare this to.
Jesus says Bravo is where it's at. Dom from KC in the building.
Come on, baby.
Yeah, Chase did not practice. We can talk about him because he is already off the board. That's fine to have that conversation. It's strange. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, that whole situation is a little bit weird, a little bit difficult to
just really break down, to dissect. Yeah. We don't really know what's going to be happening there, and apparently Sean Taylor,
rest in peace. What the heck? We're talking about a legend right now.
Honestly, I'm blanking on the head coach's name, Zach Taylor. He kind of like backtracked on those comments of him being ready for week 1.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of question marks there with Jamar Chase, excuse me.
So Raw Dog starts with Jalen Hurts and Jordan Love. Love that start. I was hoping Jordan Love was going to come back to me at the 303. Yeah. Sean says, how you feel about Washington trading Dotson and seemingly replacing him with Noah Brown? Definitely. To be honest, like, I did love Jahan Dotson, but I very quickly realized he was not as good as I thought he was, if that makes sense. Like, I very quickly was like, okay, you definitely shouldn't have been drafted in the first round. In fact, like, with all due respect, pretty much every pick that was made in the draft in the Ron Rivera era did not work out. I mean, like, seriously, tell me a pick that worked out in the Ron Rivera era. It did not.
Jamin Davis, Emmanuel Forbes, Jahan Dotson.
For the most part, it's been an absolute train wreck. I mean, we could have had Chris Olave, and we, for some reason, thought it was a good idea to get Sam Howell. We could have had Christian Gonzalez, in that trade back to get Dotson and Sam Howell. So
you could have had JOK and Jamin Davis. Was it JOK or did he go before you?
Yeah, it was JOK, and I was upset. And you know what's funny, Badaki, is every single time I was upset about those picks, and every single time you told me, just wait, it's too early. You never know.
Yeah,
you remember that?
You never know. You never know.
3 drafts in a row we watched together. The Jamin Davis pick, I hated it. Wanted JOK, that was the right move. The Jahan Dotson pick, not happy about it. We should have just taken Chris Olave, was the wrong move. The Emmanuel Forbes pick last year, not happy about it. Really wish we just took Christian Gonzalez. I thought he was the clear best player on the board. He comes out and has an incredible season before getting injured. I mean, they couldn't have made more wrong moves that they tried in the Rivera era.
Yeah.
So, Dirka Henry off the board here.
For Tebow, Puka Nacua, I mean, that's incredible. I thought it was a lock there for Tebow going Puka.
Yeah.
Him to fall there to the 3-2 is kind of insane.
I promise you guys, I will make every pick within 10 seconds. I need you to keep up with me. I can guarantee, promise every single one of you guys, I'm making a pick within 10 seconds. If I don't, call me out. I need y'all to keep up. I'm running laps right now, all right? You're running the 40-yard dash. I'm running the 800-meter. Remember, guys, we cannot talk about players that are not drafted, right? This is a real league, so it's just we want to keep it fair for everyone drafting, if that makes sense. So if you got a question about a player that's not drafted, I'm sorry, we probably can't reply. Raider says, is this your guys' favorite format? No, I think we enjoy both formats. We really do. Like, one quarterback, Superflex, they're both really fun. They both have different challenges. I really am open to all formats.
We left it up to the league. So we did an anonymous poll. Everyone can vote. And we said, one quarterback, Superflex, 10, start 10, start 9. And everyone, the majority voted for start 10 Superflex. And that was all of our leagues, essentially, for the redraft. And I think the only league, Alpha is one quarterback, which is going to be, that's on Friday nights. We're going to be live streaming that one this week. So stay tuned for that one. I think that's a start 9 or start 10. So yeah,
start 9, yeah.
okay, for his first tight end off the board
Travis
in the
Kelce.
tight end premium.
So Travi is off the board. I feel like a minute and a half is too long.
What's going on here? What's going on?
I feel like Underdog ruined and TikTok ruined all of our attention spans. Drake London off the board here. I like that pick a lot. There's a group of them guys at wide receiver that I love there. Sean says, this is the redraft channel, and it's August 2024, yet Zach's hat has me thinking about Quinn Ewers, the 2025 prospect.
Oh, boy.
Once you go Dynasty, it's tough to not be obsessed with Dynasty football. So I hear you.
Yeah. Shout out to Nash. Hook him.
Yes, there is a buy-in for this league, $25 a piece. We didn't want to do anything too crazy, but still wanted some skin in the game for our followers. As Caleb Williams comes off the board here. Gamer Dude says, early predictions on who is going to be in the Super Bowl. Well, I would say this. See, this is tough because there's players I want to talk about that aren't drafted yet.
Well, I think we're gonna do that. How about this, Gamer Dude? Come back an hour before Thursday night. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be going live before that Thursday night game kickoff, and we can give you all of those predictions there, most likely, without ruining this draft.
Yeah, no, well, just give us like 4 rounds, and then I'll be able to like re-ask that question in about 4 rounds. All right. Raw Dog says, I thought long and hard between Barkley and Puka there could have wrapped up the Eagles rushing touchdowns. So he could have had Hurts and Saquon there. There goes Jaden Daniels. Now this is twice in a row. Jaden Daniels goes off the board after Caleb Williams, which is not consensus in one quarterback leagues. So that's back-to-back drafts where people are betting on Caleb over Jaden.
Caleb over Jaden, yeah. Maybe it's a supporting cast. Maybe they don't care about the rushing upside of Jaden Daniels. They'd rather have, once again, the supporting cast with all those other players that I can't name off the board right now that are still available. So, yeah, could be. There goes Devon at the 310. The professor still punting there. Justin Jefferson, Breeze Hall, Devon Achane.
Yes, sir.
BBL. Is that actually Joe? Joe? I said Joel, but Joe?
Is that Joe as in Dev Joe? Because that's
the Jeff Joe.
It is.
I love it. Shout out to BBL Drizzy Joe.
I'll be honest, like low key, Badaki. I think the person that, how do I say this? Like expectations going into the week in Austin with meeting the creators, versus like who surprised me the most as far as like how fun they were. I think Joe was. Like,
yeah, Joe was 1,000%. I love Joe.
Yeah,
100%.
And I still loved everybody else, but he just like that expectation I had for Joe was like he just overtook the expectation.
Yeah,
he's just a fun guy to be around. Really fun guy. Knows what he's doing. Good at his job. The whole dev team, man. Good.
Start a
good
channel.
People.
Start a dev fantasy channel. That actually will hit.
I actually I dedicated my fantasy team name in the Flock League to Joe and Derrick Henry, actually. I named myself Big D and Drunk Joe B. So that's actually an ode to our developer Joe. As Kyron Williams comes off the board.
It's just no hesitation there.
All right. Kyron's off the board, ladies and gentlemen. And Chris Olave as well. Everybody hates Chris off the board.
They do.
Yeah, actually, Joe, you were pretty yoked, man. You were pretty yoked.
No, Joe was
shocked how
the dev team. The dev team could have just taken us out.
Oh,
the arms on all the dev guys were.
Oh yeah,
massive
For you, they would have been like run 100 meters and they would take you out. For me, it would be like just physical strength.
Genuinely.
As Kyron and Olave off the board, he said, I was wondering what's the B in Joe B though? That's for Joe Burrow. I tried to get all three in there because Joe Burrow's my quarterback, Derrick Henry's my RB, but the drunk Joe was to you, and the Joe B was an ode to Burrow. I mean, I'm a man of depth. I'm a man of culture. So 3 references there, all right, and that's a lot. That's a lot for people to keep up with. Just a man of depth here,
Man of depth.
Just to have a lot to offer. What's up,
Back in
Gary?
82,
He says, hey, guys, what's up? This is my first fantasy this year. Wondering why so many quarterbacks early. I want to learn more. So This is what we call a super flex league, Gary. And in a super flex league, you can start 2 quarterbacks at a time. So this is what our format looks like. 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, and probably in your league, you have 1 single flex spot or 2 flex spots, and that's it. We have 3 flex spots and a super flex. A super flex is where you can start a quarterback, running back, wide receiver, or tight end all at the same time. So you can start 2 quarterbacks every single week. And in fact, if you're able to start 2 quarterbacks each week, it gives you a pretty big advantage over your league mates because quarterbacks, we know this, score the most points of any position. Etienne off the board. I thought Etienne was a huge value personally.
No, I'll tell you who's a huge value. That's a huge value.
Nico Collins. I mean, that is, I'll give you this. Compared to where he normally goes off the board, that was later than normal.
I took him at the 3-4 in the Charlie league, and that was also super flex.
Okay.
I got him here at the 4-4 a whole round later. So either I reached last time or the ADP is messing up for people today, and I'm okay with it.
Either way, you're off to a terrible start. I'm kidding. That's a good start.
The
Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown stack is nice for sure. Although I will say, when you don't go like an elite quarterback early, it does feel kind of shaky when you go like a Goff in round 3. Do you know what I mean? Not to say that's a wrong move at all.
No, I
let's
definitely
just be honest. It does feel a little shaky, but you can't miss out on the position because there's only so many quarterbacks that start.
Exactly, and I'm not going to be reaching for quarterbacks. I mean, there's quarterbacks that I do like here, but I'm not necessarily, once again, going to be reaching for some of these quarterbacks right now.
Yeah. I love it, LD Gray. I love it. Trent says, prediction for who will be the #1 pick in Dynasty next year. Right now, I would say Luther Burden out of Mizzou. M-I-Z-Z-O-U would probably be my choice. But there's quite a few. Honestly, I think it's very, very up for grabs. It could be a running back. There's
I was going to say, I would make it one of the running backs.
There's 5 running backs I could name personally. It could be a wide receiver between Luther Burden or Tet McMillan. It could be a quarterback if one emerges. Remember, Jaden Daniels emerged this year. Joe Burrow emerged his year out of nowhere. So it's very much up for grabs. But I would say Luther Burden right now if I had to make a choice.
Yeah. I can definitely see that. I would say I will go with one of the running backs there. Which one, I'm not necessarily sure. I haven't done my scouting. But I think the chances for it to be a running back, it is pretty high right now with how deep that running back class is. So
yeah,
I'll bank it with one of those RBs. Trey McBride off the board there.
Trevor Lawrence as well.
So Travis going 2 wide receivers, 2 quarterbacks. Z Turnt going 2 quarterbacks, 1 wide receiver, and a tight end. Now Cole here with 2 wide receivers and a running back here in the 4th.
No QB yet, so definitely an alternate strategy. But obviously he's got some very strong positional players. I think he is now the only player without a QB, and he's still going to punt that
He's going to continue to punt it, yeah. And he goes Isaiah Pacheco there.
Oh, Sean's about to do the nastiest thing here. Y'all aren't ready for this. All right, so Ravenger has 2 quarterbacks to start and a tight end. No wide receivers or running backs yet. I'd go out on a limb and say that changes here, but I've seen crazier things before.
Crazy things
are happening to me. What's up, Sunraker? He says, during the season, what type of videos do you guys make? During the season, we are like hardcore going after redraft content. Let me make my next pick here in a second, and I'll show you exactly what you should expect from us.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of great content, though. There goes LaShawn.
That's such a good pick.
Good stack there from Sean from New Zealand. 2 attacks and Jalen Waddle. Maybe Zach was hoping Waddle
I want to Waddle desperately. I'm not even going to hide it. I desperately wanted Waddle there. No shame in saying it.
No shame in my game.
All right, I said I'd make a pick in 10 seconds every time, but now I am not.
I was about to say
honor that.
Well,
that was who I had lined up. So give me a second.
But yeah, Sunraker, we're gonna have a lot of good content, man. From waiver wires to star sit each and every week at the wide receiver, running back position. You know, players that are gonna be dominating each week. 10 players are gonna dominate each week in the lineup, and so much more. You're gonna try so much different content, not only on the Fantasyland channel, but even on the Fantasyland Never Stops channel as well. So make sure you go support on that channel. If you like short form content, that's exactly where I'll be making content for a lot of in-season breaking news, whatever that looks like, you know. So those are Fantasyland Never Stops, or Fantasy Never Stops, excuse me. So if you guys haven't subscribed, go subscribe there here.
All right, we're gonna take Debo here.
Okay, Debo Samuel at the 410. Not bad. I mean, I got really Debo at the 5-4 and Charlie.
Sorry, and Waddle. I really want to Waddle there. Sean sniped me hardcore.
That happens.
Yeah, sorry. I just wanted to quickly enhance what you're saying there as well. So during the season, we pop off content on this channel, guys. So if you haven't subscribed yet, we got a goal to hit 20K before the year. Be a friend and hit that like button. But you can see some examples last year. Start and sits for every running back, every wide receiver, every matchup. Every week, we're going to talk about these teams. Every matchup, every running back, every wide receiver. We'll do waiver wire ads. We'll do must starts. We call them players that are going to dominate this week. High upside, stash videos, trade videos. So definitely make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And like Badaki said, go subscribe to the Fantasy Never Stops channel as well. I know he's already put it in the chat a few times, but I'll put it in there as well. Putting out great content over there as well as we try and grow the brand with your help. So Jacob's off the board at the 411. That hurts. I thought he might fall to me. Maybe that was too ambitious. Shit. Great pick. Cooper Kupp off the board.
Zach is
Kiwi
discombobulated right now. You okay?
I'm straight. I'm good. Okay. Kiwi Sports page says another Kiwi New Zealander on the page. You guys have to hook me up in a league with Sean. Sean's great, man. Always reliable, always consistent. He has been Mr. Reliability from day one.
That's just really the Kiwis, really. Reliable, consistent, loving.
Yeah, passionate.
You know? Exactly. Go the All Blacks, huh?
People are saying it's lagging. Are we all good? You guys okay? Y'all all good with us? Paco says, good to see you boys. Congrats on 20K. Well, we're not there yet. Did you have fun at the Texas draft? Let's have a great fantasy season. It was incredibly fun, man. Yeah, incredibly fun.
So good.
Perfect.
All right. Now you're back on the clock here. So, okay. So you get a nice little run of tight ends there. So Debo Samuel, Josh Jacobs, Cooper Kupp, Mike Evans, Mark Andrews, and Dalton Kincaid.
I thought I was going to be left with another tight end because I thought Tebow was going to stack Kincaid with Allen. Evans is a great pick, though. But that's worked out
as well.
Pretty well for me. I've said this many times. I don't want to leave a draft without one of those top tight ends, especially in tight end premium. But so Kupp off the board, Evans off the board. I got to update my board as we're doing this.
Yeah, we did get a super chat here from El Tigre. We appreciate you, El Tigre. Thank you so much for the support. So can we bring back head-to-head square game? And can a brother get a shot to play? Put me in, coach.
Yeah. Look, those were fun to make.
Those honestly. Games are really fun. To incorporate that to make content, a little bit difficult, but that is something that is very, very fun, and we would love to bring it back at some point in time. And El Tigre, man, you don't play any leagues, dog. And by the way, rest in peace, John Ross.
So yeah, this is what he's talking about. We used to do this game where we would draft teams based off of these tiles. It was extremely fun to make. But ultimately, no one cared about it, and that's okay. Like the select few did, and like it was really fun to make these teams as we battled against each other. And we actually wanted to make this like a legit game, and we still might, like DFS or something. It's just there's so many loopholes you have to jump through if you're gonna do that.
Yeah, there's so many. Yeah. So if you guys out there are a developer or an app developer and know something, do we have the funds for it? Absolutely not. But we would love to somehow get into that.
On it then, you know, like
yeah, we would love to have
there's seriously someone out there who can develop an app and go through the entire legal process, we would absolutely give them part ownership.
Yeah, we would love
not
to have
of
that
the Fantasyland company, but as the DFS game for sure.
Yeah, completely agree.
This is Superflex format. Superflex start 10, tight end premium.
Okay, here.
Trent says, "Look at that haircut." Yeah, I know. On the daily, I was getting comments from people who are like, "Bro, let it go. The hairline's gone. Let it go. Move on." I'm just like waking up every morning, looking at myself in the mirror, just like, oh, this piece of shit, you pitiful piece of shit. I'm joking. But the comment sections are ruthless, that's for sure.
Yeah, 1000% very ruthless.
What's up, Johnny Boy? Welcome in. What's up, Tal Bob? What's Gucci? Welcome in. Welcome back, Donald, from the other side of a commercial, and thanks for helping the channel grow. Raw Dog says, "I think I messed up going Andrews over Kincaid." No, I don't think you did. I actually have Andrews over Kincaid in my rankings, but I'm glad you took Andrews because I just took him in a draft 2 days ago, so I don't want too much stock of the same player. So that worked out well for me, in my opinion. And you, by the way, I think Andrews was a great pick in the 5th round. In a tight end premium, Andrews in the 5th, I think you should feel great about that. Damn, great pick.
Let's go. All
right, Malik Neighbors off the board.
Number one, they call him.
Yeah, the switch to the number 1 is clean. I'm gonna give you that for sure. Have you guys seen that update?
Yes, I have.
With the number 1. What? Let me just find the Giants page, maybe. Because the aura has just gone up by 100. Oh, that looks so clean.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Now you can buy the jersey.
Yeah, now I can.
You were waiting on a number change.
I didn't know where he was gonna go. I really didn't. I thought maybe he was gonna pay somebody out and get like. I thought maybe he really wanted. I don't know, 2 or 4 or something. But a lot of the team, like what I did know is that he wanted a single-digit number, and a lot of those numbers were retired.
Yeah.
So in the Giants for the Giants.
One of your players had the number 1 retired. You might not. You might know. I definitely don't know which one it was, but he contacted them and they were okay with it.
Yeah, it was before my time. That guy, I have no idea who that was. Yeah, it's like a Giants legend.
So Brandon Ayuk does come off the board. We can now talk about the Brandon Ayuk situation. There were reports that he was going to practice today, and he didn't. He didn't practice. And then there was a tweet that came out, which I quote tweeted and talked about it, which basically they asked him, "Hey, I thought Ayuk was going to play," and John Lynch's reply was, "At some point, you just have to play football," which. Saying that in the midst of a contract negotiation for a guy that feels undervalued, maybe not the best move. You're probably just causing more division in your own building. So, yeah. I don't know. To me, it does not seem like good news. And I have Ayuk in a league. I think Ayuk, of any receiver holding out, is the most likely to miss an actual game.
Yeah, it makes sense at the moment. I was surprised that he was going to practice, to be honest. I didn't think he was going to get on the field at all. But, I mean, you're just digging your own grave now, doing that, saying that statement.
Yeah, I don't understand why John Lynch thought that was what he should say to the public. I mean, and he talks about we want to keep that all internal, and then he basically takes a jab, like, okay.
Yeah,
so
come on, brother.
Did you mean that at all, or no? I don't understand. So, sticky situation for sure. Love the Alvin Kamara pick by D. Tarrant, by the way. Huge fan of Kamara this year. Love the Diggs pick as well at the 601. And now back in 82's on the clock. He's got 2 quarterbacks, a tight end, a running back, and a wide receiver. Jesus says, we don't need BA. I think you guys desperately need him. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't think you make the Super Bowl again without Brandon Ayuk. I just drafted Deebo Samuel, but Deebo Samuel cannot be your alpha wide receiver 1. This dude cannot create separation like Brandon Ayuk can. He cannot stretch the field the way Brandon Ayuk can vertically with his route tree. Ayuk is so crucial to everything you guys do. Everything you guys do, I feel like he is so crucial for. Everything that opens up over the middle of the field, those quick screens. You are, without Ayuk, you're making it a lot easier to defend your offense, in my opinion. Still very difficult, but you're making it a lot easier.
Gosh, this is going to be a tough decision for me to make.
Ken Walker off the board as well as DJ Moore. Jesus says, no, we don't. It took him 3 years. I don't think you make the Super Bowl without Brandon Ayuk. If you trade him away, I don't think you make the Super Bowl. I think the Lions will be a better roster than you. And Trent Williams is another concern. Great point. Best tackle in the game, probably. If not, he might be a top 5 tackle all time.
Damn, son.
Jesus, the disrespect is crazy loud. See, this is the problem with Niner fans, all right? They don't respect their own unless their own sign a contract. It was the same thing with Deebo Samuel. We don't need Deebo. We don't need Deebo.
I just think they're spoiled. They're just spoiled. It's just like Packers fans.
Embarrassment of riches.
It's just, exactly. It's just spoiled. Like, it's just...
I'll take Brandon Ayuk in Washington. Come on over, baby. Come on over. We'd love to see that.
I just don't know where to go here. I have 2 players that I love. To go tight end. Have to go tight end.
All right, Evan Ingram off the board. It is tough in a tight end premium to not.
There's no way he comes back to me.
It's tough to wait on, just be like, I'll just get some guy in a premium, and then you're like, oh shit, you know. Reader asked about stacks. We've talked about this a lot. We do not force stacks at all. We think it's a bit silly. We think you're overthinking it. The only time you should really heavily consider stacks is in a best ball league. Outside of a best ball league, just draft the best available player. Don't draft a player that's 3 spots down your rankings just to get a stack, all right? Because guess what? The guy who's not the stack, when he pops off, you won't have those points on your roster. It's just, I think people way overthink stacks, personally.
Yeah. I mean, I did get a stack here.
If it happens naturally, great.
It happened naturally. That's what I'm saying. Like, I got a stack here at the 3-9. I didn't reach to go out and get a Jared Goff at the 2-4 because I had a Monron St. Brown. No, it came back naturally. This is a super flex league. And the fact that he fell to me is just a plus. But I'm not going, there's no point of reaching to go out and trying to get your stack.
Yeah. Hey, she says, delusional. We don't have the money. Purdy needs to get paid.
Yeah, Travis, such a good pick, man. I was contemplating between James Cook and Evan Ingram. I knew both of these guys when it come back to me. It's a tight end premium. Had to get a tight end now because there was, I mean, if you read the board, 1, 2, 3 teams don't have tight ends there. And I really like only 3 tight ends.
LT Gray says, can I sponsor a video now that he's off the board? We need to talk about Evan Ingram. He's my biggest value in fantasy this year, especially tight end plus, and no one's talking about it. Don't say no one's talking about it, T Gray.
Come on, talk it up, LT Gray.
Because I am no one then if no one's talking about it. I'll take you back to this video here, which was called 5 Players That Could Shock the World This Year. The premises was basically like guys that are dark horses to finish #1 overall. And guess who my tight end was there? All right, that was Evan Ingram. I was showing him love. So don't say nobody, okay? Don't say nobody. Unless I am nobody. What's up, WG? Welcome in. Sean says, do we think Caleb Williams hits 4,000 yards this year? No quarterback in Chicago has ever done it. I do think he does personally. How about you? I think he breaks the
1,000 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think the chances are pretty high with his supporting cast. That's what I'll say.
Okay.
I would lean more towards like 75 that he would hit it, but like it's not an absolute guarantee.
No, I agree. It's not a guarantee as a rookie for sure, but he is set up really well to do
Yeah,
it. And
100%.
I definitely think he is talented enough to do it. It's like talent is definitely not an issue there for him. As Zay Flowers comes off the board. Trent says Badaki tight end next round, double tight end again.
Come on.
I love
You
it.
already know who I'm taking.
Oh,
T. Higgins. That's such a good pick.
Hot, dude. This is
That's
so
such a good
sexy.
pick.
You ready for this? Welcome home, Rashee Rice. My best available wide receiver on the board in my rankings. And I don't have to force the stack with Patrick Mahomes. Oh my
You just don't have
gosh.
to.
We are running laps around y'all right now. Stop it. You're going to wake up a monster. Let me sit my ass back down. I'm goofing right now.
Be
But
careful.
I'm hyped about that pick. I am
Breaking
hyped
news.
about that pick.
Rashee Rice suspended for 5 games.
Imagine.
Joe Moneybags, great pick, falling there at the 6'11" there for Raw Dog. Ethan.
Yeah, that was definitely another name I was considering myself
That's
as well.
great value there. I mean, where did I get him in the last one? I got him at the 6'9", so still, I mean, and I had the 104. Joe Mixon falling to the 6th round here. I mean, obviously the Superflex, I think it's just great value.
No, Joe was definitely someone I was considering as well. Damn it. I was hoping Tank
Yeah.
was going to fall to me.
Nice.
He doesn't.
Love the
That's
pick.
unfortunate.
Good pick there. I like it as well.
Yeah, those were the 3 players I wanted. I said, let me take Rice. Let's see who falls to me. You know, maybe Rice would have fallen. I don't think, though. I don't think so. These guys watch our content, Raw Dog and Tebow.
Yeah.
They know how much I love Rice, so I doubt he would have come back to me. That would have been more sad if I missed out on Rice, but I was really hoping to hit Rice and Dell or Rice and Mixon. And that's unfortunate. Raw Dog says he wouldn't have made it back to you, I promise. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
If you would have taken Cup
Raw
over
Dog.
Samuel, I love your team so far, Trent says. Yeah, I definitely am thinking about that again for sure. What'd you say? Sorry?
No, I'm going to say Raw Dog here with 1 wide receiver, so he was definitely hoping that Tank Dell was going to come back to him. And it makes sense that he goes Joe Mixon there because, you know, Tebow is known for... He loves the running back position. I mean, there you go. See, like, he's known for loving that. There goes Jaden Reed there.
Yeah, I just changed it to 60 seconds, by the way. Can you let the chat know?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just changed it to 60 seconds on the clock. Jaden Reed goes. It's a good pick. Damn, this might be early, but I think I want to get this player. I know this player won't come back to me. Let me say this. I believe this player won't come back to me. I can recognize it's probably too early. But I don't want to not have this player on my team. So, with that being said... Never mind. We're gonna bitch out. Let's see what happens on the comeback. We're gonna go Terry McLaurin here as our wide receiver 4. We're gonna go Terry McLaurin as our wide receiver 4. And let's see what happens. As Amari Cooper also goes off the board. I like the Amari Cooper pick, by the way. I think that makes a lot of sense to draft him there. Gator says he loves his receiver trio in Cup, Evans, and Dell. Yeah, it's a good one.
Not bad.
Ross says, I had Money, Bags, Tank, and Reed all queued up. I knew I would get a combo of some sort. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
There goes Christian Kirk off the board. Matt Stafford. Okay. Okay, right. That's his second quarterback. I was like, wait. All right, Matt Stafford's off the board. By the way, updates. Just so you guys know where we are at. Trying to get to 20,000 subscribers before week 1. And we're on pace to get there. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the love. Thank you for liking every video, for signing up to the Flock site with the promo code LAND, for subscribing. You guys have been so good in helping this channel grow. And we're trying to continue that wave, trying to continue to grow here. 20,000 subs. I mean, we're closing in on 600 away from that mark. We appreciate y'all big time.
Yeah, huge love, guys. Thank you so much.
As JSN comes off the board there. So a 6th-round pick for Taylor Heineke was pretty interesting to me.
Yeah,
I didn't think he would get any pick.
Look,
in
I
a trade.
think Taylor Heineke is better than Easton Stick, so I think they definitely improve in the backup quarterback position.
I think so too, but I think Ryan Tannehill is also better than Easton Stick, and he's for free on the waiver wire right now.
Yeah, but I mean, how old is Taylor?
He's not young. I think he's in his 30s.
He also doesn't have the crazy injury history either. This is going to be interesting.
He's 31. He's 31 years old.
This is going to be interesting.
I think the apple's rotten right to the core. Alex says cinnamon. True. Taylor Heineke is still available on the board, and we should respect him. All right, Badaki has Amon-Ra St. Brown, Nico Collins, Malik Neighbors, Bijan Robinson, Jared Goff, Evan Ingram.
I don't know what to do here.
He's
I'm going to F myself over.
He's about to get auto-picked.
Nah.
And he goes Calvin Ridley off the board. Good pick. I like it. I'm a big fan of Calvin this year. So, yeah, I mean, I like the pick. I really do. Dang, Deontay's off the board. That's sad.
Let's read it here. 1, 2. Okay.
1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, hose in the door. Wow. Wow. So the professor.
Wow.
2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a quarterback, a tight end. And he's got 9 seconds to make his pick here. And he goes Aaron Rodgers. All right. Where is Aaron on my rankings?
Back in 82 on the clock here. 2 quarterbacks, 2 running backs. Sam Laporta and DK Metcalf here.
Sean says, what food do you miss in America the most, if any? I can't really eat Chipotle anymore, so I would say Chipotle is one of those, but Chick-fil-A I definitely miss. It's funny, Badaki and I, we had Chick-fil-A together on one of the last days in Austin when we were there, and we finished eating Chick-fil-A, and we were just like, do you feel like really gross right now? I was like, yeah. I do feel really gross. How do you feel? He's like, yeah, I feel gross.
Yeah,
so,
I feel terrible.
That was interesting, for sure. But
yeah,
I would still say I miss Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, for me, I'll be honest with you. Last time I went to America, it's not the actual food. Sorry, let me rephrase that. I do miss food, but there's no fast food. If I had to pick food, it would definitely be like home cooked food, like my mom, my grandma's.
Sure.
And then probably like pizza, like New York pizza, or like a bacon, egg, and cheese.
Yeah.
Other than that, I actually can care less of any like fast food or Chick-fil-A or chain restaurants.
I'll add Kansas City barbecue to the list because I think Kansas City barbecue is on its own in the barbecue world, its own tier. We had Texas barbecue; it was good, but it doesn't hold a candlestick.
I would say this.
Barbecue, in my opinion.
I feel like the place that we went to, I bet you Jesus just got sniped hella hard from back in '82 who has 2 tight ends.
The double tight end
Geno
strat.
Smith. Yeah, I would say that the barbecue place that we went in Texas, I don't think is the best barbecue, but I know there's probably better barbecue out there.
I thought it was pretty good.
I thought it was good. I thought it was good, but I don't know. Everyone kept saying to go to this specific spot, and I want to go, and I feel like they kept saying that place is the best, and like for like a brisket sandwich, it was like 40 bucks. But apparently, like that's amazing. But it's a one-off thing, you know.
Yeah, if you guys ever go to Kansas City, gotta go to Jack Stack's. You gotta hit up Jack Stack's barbecue.
Gotta go to Moe's.
Their
Gotta go to
barbecue
Moe's.
beans. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I am getting sad just looking at all this beautiful meat. That's what she said. Oh my god. Imagine that clipped up. Labaconky off the board.
Flip it.
Somebody say menu log. Xavier Worthy off the board.
Oh gosh, I thought somebody would just make it easy for me.
Lots of wide receivers going. Sean says, I remember one of the first streams I watched of y'all, Zach mentioned that the bread in the U.S. is sweeter than normal and is so much more processed. Yeah, that is true. And honestly, that is true of every food in America in general. Like, just going to be 100% honest with you guys. I know 95% of our audience is American, but if you don't know, America, like the quality of processing food is like the lowest of pretty much any developed country in the world. That's why it's so difficult for companies to move from America to Australia, for example. Like when they finally brought Taco Bell here, but it took so long because the Baja Blast mix wasn't legally allowed because there were so many terrible things in it. They had to completely change it. Like Mountain Dew, for example, we don't have normal Mountain Dew. They had to remake Mountain Dew to bring it here because, again, there's so many bad things, and that's just one example. Just think, fudge. Damn it! Ah, D Tart, you don't need another receiver, dude. You're killing me. Shit. Fuck. Ah, D Tart, you son of a bitch.
Salaman Beach. Oh, Nicholson on the board. Time to pivot. Time to pivot. Time to pivot here. Let's see what's going to happen. Here, I think both these guys are going to go here, so I'm going to be fucked. To remove seed oil. I'm thinking about going there for Broncos versus Chiefs game, which is why Yak Sparrow said. Talking about the barbecue, love that for you.
Yeah, bro. Go to Jack Stacks.
You stack him in the Jackies.
Yeah, I just got sniped so hard I have shell shock. That was crazy. Damn, that's who I was about to draft at the 703, like straight up.
Brian Thomas.
Yep.
Unlucky.
And as he slowly made his way back to me, I just got more and more hope. Damn. You're killing me, B. You're killing me. You sick sons of bitches. I hope you have beautiful boys with strong, healthy legs and they get them taken away. All right, Aaron Jones off the board. That's all right. We're going to take Chris Godwin here. I do like Chris Godwin this year. He is my wide receiver 5, and he will be my last flex.
Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky. You can walk. I love the Aaron Jones pick there. Macy says, Zach and Badaki, what is your predictions on where Brian Thomas finishes in fantasy this year? I've said this many times, but I think he has top 15 upside. I think he's like a sneaky surprise top 12 finish as a ceiling, right? But I think he probably has a floor of like top 30. I don't think he finishes outside the top 30 personally.
Yeah, I would agree. I think after seeing preseason, I was a little bit more, I was trying to play a little bit conservative with Brian Thomas Jr. I thought there would be a lot more hurdles coming about, obviously with Evan Ingram, Christian Kirk, Travis Etienne, but he came up in preseason, instantly felt like the number one target there. So I could definitely see that now being the case, top 15, top 20 wide receiver. If what we saw in preseason is going to translate into actual games, that's easy. 100%, very easy.
Hey, be a friend and hit the like button. By the way, guys, we got a like goal today of 100. We're about 30 likes away. Appreciate all the love and support today. So yeah, love ya. Does the McMillan hype worry you about Godwin? No. I think he'll be the clear starting slot receiver, in my opinion. I actually knew Tebow was going to take Mostert, by the way. I knew it. I literally said in my mind, Tebow is taking Mostert. Every mock draft we're in, ever, Tebow takes Mostert off the board.
Yeah,
so
I'm telling you, he loves the running backs.
He does love Mostert, that's for sure. And I was probably considering Mostert on the comeback, so I get it.
Shout out to Kim K. Great sponsor of the show.
Yes, big shout out to Kim K. I do have Brian Thomas over Worthy. Yes, I do. Sean says, is there any plans to play NFL games in Australia? No, but that would be great. It's just so far. It would
I
be
think
such
the only
a
way
big ask.
The only way that happens is if the only way that happens is if it's week 1 and teams come out and that team has like another.
What the fuck?
Yeah, right.
What the fuck? I was lining up Chris Godwin and Baker Mayfield stack, and then Tebow takes his third quarterback. Damn. Come on, kid. All right, we'll take Deshaun Watson here. Come on, kid. You're killing me, B. What the hell?
You're killing me, B.
Taking our third quarterback for our tight end? You're killing me, dog. You're cheesing me, dog. You're cheesing me.
You're cheesing me, dog.
Yes, Jason is worth trading for this year. I'm a big fan of him. Guys, there's a video coming out early next week, all right? Which is 10 players that I want you to trade for before the season begins. Just wait on that video. That video will be very helpful for a lot of you, I believe. Jack Stacks for your birthday. I love it. Liam says, can we get a video about draft strategy for ESPN platforms since running backs are much more expensive there? I'll be honest with you, Liam, like at this point of the season, I don't plan on making another strategy video.
Yeah.
Just being 100% transparent with you. But I can tell you, we have a video on ESPN for like the best value picks, if that interests you. I'll put that link in the chat based off ADP. But just being transparent, I probably am not making another strategy video this year. Hopefully you don't hate me for saying that.
Nice. I like Paula there. Had on my queue wishing. Had on my queue wishing.
Tony P off the board. Alex says I traded May and a third for Brian Thomas Jr. plus. What's the plus though? Plus Fab? Fab maybe? I don't know, dude. In Superflex, I think we would prefer May there, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, got you, Trent. Got you. 2 videos coming out early next week, guys. Players that you should stash on the waiver wire before week 1. Try and beat the breakout. And the other video is players you should trade for. And I think I'll do a trade away video as well before the season. LT Gray says, hot take, Guardian caps are a competitive advantage for defensive linemen, and they should be wearing them this season or they're throwing. I kind of like that.
That'd be interesting. Like that take. Yeah. Oh yeah, Scribbles, come on. Right here, right in my cheek. My right cheek. Boom.
All right, so Najee Harris off the board as well as Jonathan Brooks. Yeah, I definitely love Jalen McMillan. I just don't, even as like the biggest lover you'll find on YouTube, I do think we're going to need Godwin to go away before we can rely on McMillan. Daniel Macy says, in one of my leagues, I have Brian Thomas as my 5th receiver. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does. I love that for you. And I know for sure that Badaki just got sniped.
Yeah.
Without a shadow of a doubt, I know you just got sniped.
There's no question that I got sniped. I was going to take Christian Watson and then come back around and then get a quarterback, but I'm just going to get a quarterback now.
Will Levis, I like it.
After I saw what Tebow did, maybe this is the right move. Maybe somebody here, even though everyone has 2 quarterbacks, maybe someone takes another quarterback and I'll be pissed off about it. So,
yeah. No, that definitely was annoyed missing out on the Baker Godwin stack by 2 picks. That was really annoying.
And I have 2 stacks here: Amon-Ra, Jared Goff, Will Levis, Calvin Ridley. So. I definitely wanted Christian Watson.
Harrison says Brian Thomas over Jaden Reed. I have it that way. I think in the first half of the season you'll want Jaden Reed. I think in the second half of the season we could see Brian Thomas as a true league winner. We're going to change it to 30 seconds after this pick, okay? Can you let the chat know?
Let's see. Yeah. Okay.
All right, 30 seconds from here on out. 30 seconds, y'all.
30 seconds.
Gator says, I figured I might as well wrap up my quarterback room since I didn't have any players worth reaching on. That's fair enough. Sean says, maybe they can bring the Pro Bowl to Australia. That would be awesome. As Danny Dimes comes off the board.
Okay, well, I'm kind of buzzing that he took a quarterback then.
Yeah,
because if I would have took Christian Watson and he took Will Levis, I would have been so pissed. I would have been so upset.
I personally have Brian Thomas ahead of Adunze. I can definitely see Adunze panning out, but I just think there's too many roadblocks ahead of him. Clearly, like he's a more talented player. He's a better prospect, but I think if you swap those guys, it would be no question. I think you would see Rome Odunze as like a 3rd-round pick in 1 quarterback leagues. Marquise Brown goes. DeAndre Hopkins. Keon Coleman went. Trying to keep up with my board.
What should I do here?
Najee went. Chubb went.
What should I do here? I want to go wide receiver.
Shakira off the board.
He wasn't going to come back to me there. Shakira.
Oh, baby, when you talk like that. Johnny says, should I drop Watson? Which Watson? And it would all depend on who's available on your waiver wire, my man.
That's right.
Oh, how the fudge did he fall that far? And why was that carrot dangled in my face?
Right in your face.
That's insane that you got, like, D Tarrant has, what an incredible team D Tarrant has here. To get Zamir White in the 10th round.
Pretty average.
Sheesh. Come on, B. Y'all letting him run away with this. Zach Moss off the board.
Pretty average to me.
Damn, I just kept seeing Zamir fall. That's like twice in a row. And actually, it was D Tarrant both times with Brian Thomas and Zamir White. Damn, that's painful. Nothing hurts like a snipe. No, we would not drop Christian Watson in most leagues, but we don't know exactly what league you're in, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if it's like a,
I think you might be in a very small league if you're thinking.
Yeah,
about that.
if you're like in a an 8-man league and Christian Watson's there, or is droppable because there's somebody else, maybe, sure. But a lot of context there. It goes Devin Singletary. Zach's on the clock here.
Yeah, I am on the clock. Okay, well, I don't really want this much stock of one team, but I'm finding it difficult not to say Brian Robinson is the best running back available. So we'll take Brian Robinson as our RB2 there at the 10-10. Didn't really want two commanders, but here we are.
Here you are.
Should I drop Christian Watson for Brian Thomas? That's going to come down to personal conviction, but I mean, look, I have Brian Thomas ahead of Christian Watson in my rankings personally. I don't think Badaki would, and I don't think it's consensus.
I have Brian Thomas over Christian Watson. Yeah, now
Okay.
I do 100%.
Okay.
But you said or trade him for JSN. If you can trade Christian Watson for Jackson Smith and Jigba, who I also have ahead.
Here's the tough part, though. If you're telling me that Brian Thomas is on the waiver wire, it sounds like you're in a very small league.
Yeah.
Which just means, yeah, go for the highest upside players. Like, to me, Brian Thomas is the highest upside player of those names. Tyler Lockett off the board. There goes Dallas Goedert. Go dirt.
Oh boy, this is going to be an interesting round.
Yeah, I agree. I know exactly what I'm doing. We're going to take our third quarterback here. We're not going to wait for a run to go. So I'm going to choose between Bryce Young, Drake, Darnold. Oh, I don't know which one to go here. We're going to grab Bryce Young. We're going to grab Bryce as our QB3 there.
Sean from New Zealand is pissed off about that.
Well, he got Drake May. I mean, Drake May could easily outscore Bryce Young, to be fair. That might have been the right move. But Sean is pushing it. He's pushing it deep down the board here. 10-man league. Okay. Yeah, look, if Brian Thomas is available, definitely pick him up, brother.
There goes the run
Definitely
of
find a way to pick him up.
quarterbacks. Get your quarterbacks, ladies and gentlemen. Get them now.
Bo Nix off the board.
Get them now.
Harrison says, I got a draft this weekend, was leaning towards Jamar, but after seeing today's news, might have to take Amon-Ra. I understand. There's less risk with Amon-Ra.
I'll be honest with you. I was so pumped that D-Turn took Jamar Chase because I would have been so... I would be honest with you. I wouldn't know who to take with Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson in front of my face. I probably would have punted and maybe go a quarterback a quarterback in that position. But I'm glad that decision was made for me, and it was easy picking Amon-Ra St. Brown. It's tough right now. Like if you're in this area and Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson is off the board or on the board, excuse me.
I still think they'll figure it out with Cincinnati. I'm way less worried about Chase than I am like Ayuk. Chase just doesn't have much leverage. He's got 2 years left on his deal, so I'm still pretty confidently Chase over Jefferson myself, but
I would have Chase. I do have Chase up. Oh, this is perfect. I wanted Tajay Spears. I was contemplating Tajay Spears at the 10-4. He goes 2 rounds later than Tony Pollard here, so I'll take Tajay Spears.
Yeah, Tajay's a fine pick there. Sean says, finally, I can ask this question. What are your thoughts on Javonte this year? To be honest, I don't think it really matters unless the offense is good. But what I will say is a year removed from the injury, he looks much better. They get rid of Samaje Perine, so there should be plenty of targets to go around in that offense. They targeted the running back position more than any other team last year. So overall, I think he's a fun pick where he's priced. He's not priced at a point where it's like gonna kill you if he doesn't hit.
Yeah. Look, yeah, the price is fun. Yeah, price is fine for me. Can't really go too deep into it right now because
Eckler off the board. I love the Sam Darnold pick, by the way, Professor. I was really considering Sam Darnold at my pick as well. It's tough to see him not being the starter there, but also Jaylen Warren, a fantastic pick at this point. He was in a tier of his own in my rankings. So for back in 82 to get him there, I thought that was really well done. Shaheed or JSN? JSN by a country mile for me, brother. Not even close. Curtis Samuel off the board. Oh, great pick.
I was contemplating not. I thought I could have sworn I saw Jesus and I was like, Jesus is smart enough to take Leghorn. Not saying you're not smart, but I saw it. I was like, yeah.
What you just said. That's hella rude, bro.
Jesus, you know I love you. I was like, you got Kyron. Surely about to lock him up. You took Eckler. I'm buzzing now because I'm chilling. I'm chilling now. I get some people on my queue.
Scribble says Zamir and 4 below Chubb.
Oh, such a good pick too, Jalen Polk, man.
Damn it, dude.
I had him on my queue as well.
I keep getting sniped like 2 picks before I'm about to be up. Y'all are killing me, dog. You're cheesing me, dog.
Cheesing me, dog.
Here goes Zeke off the board.
Oh, man.
Scribbles with a donation here as Dalton Schultz comes off the board.
I'll let you get ready and I'll answer Scribble's question. He says, hey, 2 questions. Dynasty 12 team, 1 quarterback, McBride or Pitts? Or and McBride or Pitts and Achane, excuse me.
Easily Pitts and Achane there, if that's the
Pitts and Achane. You get the value there. Also, Puka, Chuba, or Brian Thomas Jr., Brian Robinson, Reed, Shaheed. That's interesting. That's definitely interesting. So Puka, Chuba, or Brian Thomas, Brian Robinson, Reed, and Shaheed. That's tough. Right now personally been leaning Brian Thomas and Reed because of the value. Like I think Brian Thomas and Puka could potentially be really even in value by the time next year. So maybe I'm going with the ceiling and Brian Thomas being the number 1 guy there and Puka still competing. You know?
I don't know, 1 second maybe. Here. I mean, I love Brian Thomas.
Hold on, someone's at the door. 1 second, I'll be back.
All right. I've been roasted for how high I've had him in my rankings all offseason, but I think based off market value right now, I don't think that side is getting enough. I'll say this, like if this is a start like 9 or 10, I'll take the Brian Thomas side. Otherwise, I'll take the Puka side. What's up, Domain? Welcome in, gang. Welcome in, gang. Good to have you here. So Gabe Davis goes off the board as well. Jerry Jeudy is gone. Left with a tough choice here. To be honest. Okay, yeah, no, I can't do that. All right, we're gonna grab Jaleel as our RB4. I just don't want to go around another time and see what's available to me. Yeah, Domain Boys definitely had a good draft in the flock. I don't know if we talked to you guys after the draft or not, Domain, but we were like so surprised how people draft. It felt like people are treating it like a best ball league. As Dobbins comes off the board here, Ty Chandler comes off the board. Where's Ty at? Where you at, brother? Why can't I find Ty? Where is Ty at? Where in the world is Ty at? Why can't I find him? Derek Carr, Russell Wilson go off the board. Russell Wilson. Jacoby Myers. I like the Myers pick. I was considering him myself. Derek Carr, Russell Wilson, Jacoby Myers, Ty Chandler. I cannot find Ty Chandler for some reason. Maybe I accidentally already deleted him off my list. I don't know what I'm doing something wrong here, obviously. Gardner Minshew, love the pick. He felt like a very clear value on the board. Oh, Badaki's not even with us.
My mic's muted the whole time. Yes, sorry. I'm over here talking like I don't even know who to pick.
No, I like the Gardner Minshew pick a lot.
Yeah, I personally wanted, surprisingly enough, I wanted to draft Derek Carr.
I am very curious what Sean is going to do at quarterback here. Oh, great pick, Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you're trying to hit upside late in a Superflex draft, there's probably not a better pick. I was hoping he might sneak his way back to me. Come on home. Come on home, John B.
Come on, John B.
Xavier Legette comes off the board as well as Mike Willie.
Yeah, Luke Musgrave. That's good there.
Back at practice for Mike, so that's good to see. Luke Musgrave,
oh,
like you
wow.
mentioned, off the board. Ben Sinnott now off the board.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Not again. You're on the clock here. What are you thinking? Triple tight ends. That's true. Triple tight ends for back in 82 here.
You take money.
Darnell Mooney. I know the Domain Boys like Darnell Mooney this year, so you'll get a pat of approval from them. Theo Johnson changed his number to 84, apparently. I don't know if you heard that.
Yes, I did hear that.
D-Tarnt goes with Taysom Hill. All right. I mean, when are you going to know to start Taysom Hill? Actually, to be fair, they talked very highly of him. Oh, Dontavion Wicks. Again, just a couple picks away, and my heart is ripped out of my chest every single time around the board. It's just a... every round tradition in this league right now. Just slowly but surely killing me softly. Okay, well, that's great. I'm glad you took
Great pick. Great pick.
Terrible pick. Maybe the worst pick on the board so far.
Come on. Walk it up, Sean, from New Zealand.
I'm joking. Okay, Jalen Wright went. So that's going to make me pick Demario Douglas. We'll take Pop here at the 14-10. If Drake May is good. That's what I'm asking here.
That's all he's asking.
That's what we're asking. Ricky Slick or Ricky Pearsall. Man, it really doesn't feel like Ayuk's getting traded at this point. What about you? Like, how do you feel about that?
It doesn't at all, to be honest with you, which is frustrating for Slick Ricky. Unless somebody goes down, you know, those games where Debo goes down or Ayuk misses a game or two. How does Ricky go and get into that? Because I know then they
By the
extend...
way, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but this is very important news for any Rashee Rice owners out there. From the NFL, let me just quote this very... and it's great news if you have Rashee Rice, by the way. Like, that's how I'm reading it personally. Very good news. Is Marshawn Lloyd still available? Yeah, we'll take Marshawn Lloyd here. So updated news on the Rashee Rice situation here. From the NFL on the Rashee Rice situation, we will continue to closely monitor all developments in the matter, which remains under review. We will let the legal process play out before making any decisions. This is what you and I, Badaki, have been preaching this entire offseason. We will let the legal process play out before making any decisions. Why is that important? Because the first step in that legal process is week 14 of the NFL season, aka probably not suspended this year. Probably going to suspend him next season. Now, of course, anything can happen. I am not a legal, representation of the law, but this is exactly what you and I were expecting to see.
Yeah, exactly. So most likely not going to be suspended this year. It's going to be resolved next year. So don't stress if you do have Rashee Rice, which in this case Zach has him. So no one else has to worry about it.
Yeah, I got him everywhere this year too. Tyrone Tracy, love it. I was definitely thinking about Tyrone on the comeback shout out to Kim K.
Tyrone. I definitely like Tyrone Tracy, so I'm good with one running backs here. I have a pretty good. Man, this is interesting. I'll take Josh Downs here.
Yeah, I love that pick. I was literally eyeing him up.
I actually really wanted Adonai Mitchell. To be honest with you, I like what I saw in preseason, but obviously that's without Josh Downs. So when Josh Downs does come back, how does that is that Josh Downs' role that Adonai is playing, right? Because if I'm not mistaken, I think we had this conversation about Adonai playing in the slot. We saw him play in the slot, in that preseason game.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting when he does come back here.
Yeah, Trent says, of course, they'll let the legal process play out for a Chiefs player. To be honest, though, Trent, they do that for most people. I know Deshaun was an interesting situation. that was of a different nature of a problem, you know? I don't want to go into that specifically, but you think about it, for the most part, they let the legal situation play out first. Same thing that happened with Alvin Kamara, for example. Even though there was literally video evidence of him beating someone up in a nightclub, they were like, we're going to wait. So, I don't know. I don't think it's as uncommon as we think it is. Michael Wilson comes off the board. Antonio Gibson's a great pick, I think. Braylon Allen as well off the board. Malachi Corley. You went Andre Yeshivas.
Yep.
Which is so frustrating. No one talks about Andre Yeshivas. And then Badaki takes him in a draft every time.
Especially if Chase is not going to play. Okay, Andre. I'll take you in the 16th, baby. Talk it up.
Where is Malachi?
Jalen McMillan there.
Jalen McMillan off the board. I like it. Noah Fant off the board. I like it. Michael Penix off the board. I like it. Although it might be tough to roster him this year. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here. Up in here. Kendre Miller.
Okay.
I don't mind that, honestly, like this late, because you can also place him on the IR and pick up a different player if you want. So, I don't really mind that, actually.
I got a couple people in my queue, so let's see.
We're going to take Ray Davis here. Sweet
baby Rays. Bucky there.
Been gone.
Last round here. Appreciate you guys, man. It's been awesome.
Yeah,
got another draft here.
Very fun.
In 48 hours with the Alpha League. Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shout out to the Alpha League. OGs, triple OGs.
By the way,
that's a one quarterback.
The cheat sheet on the Flock Fantasy website will be updated by tomorrow morning at the absolute latest. I promise you guys. In fact, I'm getting Badaki updated rankings after the stream, and he's going to make those graphics and update that for us. So cheat sheet will be updated literally right after today's stream. Badaki, if you can find the link for people to sign up if they want to get access to that. It's got positional rankings, sleepers, boom bust, fades, and it's constantly updated. So definitely give it a sub, or definitely subscribe over on the Flock Fantasy site with the promo code LAND if you want access to it, as Jahan Dotson comes off the board. I'm all over the board now with all these options. But I'm going to make a sleeper pick here. And I can drop this guy very quickly if he's not who I think he can be. We're going to take Greg Dulcich. We're going to take Greg Dulcich as our last pick. Sleeper tight end this year. Hasn't been able to stay healthy. Great draft capital. Really good athlete. So that will be our last pick there in this tight end premium. You sent them the link to buy a team review. Let me send you guys the right link.
Oh,
here.
sorry.
This is the link. I'll paste it in the chat. I'll spam it in the chat. If you want to sign up, become a Motherflocker member with the promo code LAND, you'll get access to... You can buy a
team review too, though.
You can buy a team review. Get access to the cheat sheet, which is constantly updated here. All of the premium tools on the website, the trade calculator, the My Teams feature, the in-season rankings. So, yeah. Raw Dog says, feel like I'll regret not taking a third quarterback. You got two that you can really rely on, but I hear you. If one goes down, that will be tough. Luke McCaffrey off the board there. Let's see. Marvin Mims. I feel like there's a player you got to take here.
Yeah.
Aiden O'Connell. Locking up the Raiders. No matter what happens.
No matter what happens, I got a quarterback 3.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. I love it. Yeah, I was really hoping to take Justin Fields in the 14th round. But back in 82 took him at the 13th. So, yeah, tough call there. Feel pretty good about the squad. Let's make these last couple picks, and I will show you guys what we're looking at as far as starting lineups go. I know a lot of you guys are in one quarterback league, so hopefully today was fun just to see a different world. You know, a lot of you guys are in your one quarterback start 7s. You're in a smaller league, so hopefully today was a little fun to see a different format, live, real money on the line. As the next pick here from back in 82 is Mike Gesicki. He wants 4 tight ends. Back in 82 said, let me get another tight end on here.
Another tight end, bro.
And then Jesus making the Mr. Irrelevant pick here. What you gonna do? He takes Khalil Herbert, who I like that pick a lot. All right, I am facing Cole Nicholson in week number 1. It's me and you, Cole, baby. And I'm just going to set my lineup now.
I got Tebow on the first one.
My lineup is pretty much set, but we will put Deshaun Watson in at quarterback. On the bench, we've got Rico Dowdle, Demario Douglas, Bryce Young, Marshawn Lloyd, who I wish was on IR so I could add another player. Jaleel McLaughlin's on the bench, but feel pretty good about the squad. Let's have a look at your team as well, Badaki.
Yeah, I got Jared Goff, obviously Brian, Bijan Robinson, Ramondre's team. So the Monroe St. Brown, Malik Neighbors with Evan Ingrams, and I got Nico, Calvin, Shakira on the flex spot with Will Levis there. And I got Blake Horn, Tajay Spears, Darnell Money Mooney, and the Raiders quarterbacks there. So I'm loving it.
Yes, sir. So you are facing Tebow in week 1. We've also got Raw Dog and D Tarnt facing off. We've got Ravenger and Sean facing off here. Jesus and the Professor. Travesty and back in 82. Professor, check your DMs. I'll actually I'll send you a message as well. Got to come up with a new name because we no longer have Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, same.
But we'll think it through. We'll think it through. All right, guys, we appreciate you big time. Hey, thank you so much for hanging out. By the way, just want to quickly say, if you want to ask us a question and get a quick response and we're not on a live stream, then check out the Flock Fantasy website with the store. So I'll send you a link to the store, flockfantasy.com/purchase. On this store, you can get a team review. You can ask a trade question. You can ask a start-sit question. There will be so much usage of this on this channel throughout this season. But when you hit continue, for example, if you have a trade question, you know, you can obviously link your league if you like. So it has all the players available. And when you hit continue, just make sure you click Zach and Badaki here. That is us. We will obviously reply offline or online. When you're leaving a comment, say, I want a reply live, or just it's urgent. I need a reply right now. So we appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you very soon. All love.
Love.